destruction because there's a lot of trees it will destroy. All right, quick updates about 5:30 in the evening Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Salty Country. As you can tell, we're not on the farm. We had to make an unexpected trip to Florida. We have a hurricane that's going to be coming in tomorrow night. It's now Wednesday evening. The wind here is just now starting to pick up. We're in the Pensacola area. It's expected to stay east of here, which is a good thing. The latest update that we got from yesterday, it shifted about 100 miles west, which is not good for us. The more it shifts west, the closer it gets to here. Typical hurricanes, you want to be on the west side. That's the good side. The east side is the bad side, and the north side. So we're staying tuned. We got hit by Sally down here in 2020, and we were kind of watching it from the farm, monitoring everything. The day before, it was going to hit like Louisiana, maybe Biloxi, Mississippi. So we're like, yeah, it's far enough west of us that the winds won't be too bad. Even though we're on the east side, it won't be too bad. And it was predicted to be a Cat 2. We woke up the morning that Sally was going to hit in 2020, and it was going to be a direct hit on Pensacola. So wasn't fun. And it went from a Category 2 to a 3. So we had to deal with 113 mile an hour winds for about 3 hours. I think it took it to get over the city because it was moving really slow. So anyway, we're hanging out at the southern fort down here watching hurricane updates. They've started evacuating counties in the Tallahassee, kind of Mexico Beach east. So some of those counties are starting to enforce mandatory evacuation. So Florida is very good at dealing with the aftermath. Don't get me wrong, it's a rebuilding process, and it takes time, but they have a very good plan. When Sally hit, it tore the power feed from the house, ripped it off the house. So a tree limb broke and fell across it. So I think it took me 2 or 3 days. We immediately come down from the farm the evening that it hit, and it was a war zone down here. You could not see any asphalt roads, no lawns. Everything outside was covered with tree debris and leaves and just all kinds of stuff. But that's the situation. As far as the farm, it really looks like if it keeps the current path that the farm is going to have more severe impact than we have down here. Currently, they just updated it's going to be a Category 4 tomorrow afternoon when it makes landfall, 20-foot wave surge, which is going to be pretty devastating for the area that it hits. But this thing is going to hold together all the way up to Atlanta area and be a tropical storm. So it's going to be 40 to 73 mile an hour winds or something at the farm. So our son is up there. He's monitoring that. We're feeding updates from Florida up to him, so we'll just have to see. Our plan was to go back on Friday evening, because it's supposed to come through here tomorrow afternoon, evening, and be up to the Atlanta area by 2 a.m. ish Friday. Some of those times may have changed now, but our original thought was that we were going to head back up to the farm on Friday and just hang out there for the weekend. But I think Friday, once the storm makes it up there, we're gonna make a call to my son to see if they have power. They've had bad storms there all day, so some of the folks up in our area at the farm just south of us have already lost power, and that was just a line of thunderstorms coming through that was ahead of the hurricane. So could be devastating for that area up there with 70-mile-an-hour winds. And also them up, that was based on it being a category 3 when it come ashore. Now it's a 4. So hopefully it's not a cat 1 when it gets up there, because that's going to be just massive destruction, because there's a lot of trees. It will destroy the power grid. But we'll keep you updated. We're going to kind of share some of the weather as the events unfold. Like I said, we're west of it, which is the good side. We are probably, I don't know, 70 miles or so west of where they're now predicting that it'll make landfall, so it should not be that bad here. But from yesterday to today, it shifted about 100 miles west. So that's what's making me a little nervous. Always, after Sally hit, I've said, if another one's coming and it's in the vicinity, we're going down, and we're going to be prepared for the day that it is planning to come ashore. That way, if it makes a last-minute turn, we can make some last-minute preparations before we get out of town. So stick around, and we'll share how this storm affects us here in Florida, and then we'll probably share some of the aftermath up in the West Georgia area when we get back up there. All right, it's Thursday morning. Hurricane will be coming onshore later today, well east of here. We're starting to feel a little bit of the wind as it approaches. Very, very light wind here, but it's the first wind that we're seeing from the hurricane. So at times it's getting a little bit stronger, but I don't think they're expecting winds here to reach over 30 to 40 mile an hour gust. So that's a typical Florida thunderstorm kind of gust. So no big worries with that. But it does look like the farm in Georgia is possibly going to be in some tropical storm type winds up to 70 miles an hour. So stay tuned, and we're going to see how things turn out up that way. Our son is up there, him and his girlfriend, and we'll get updates from them. But it looks like it's going to impact up around the Atlanta area or Macon area midnight and after. So most of the damage up in that way is going to happen from midnight to Friday morning. So we'll give you an update probably tomorrow unless something changes drastically here. All right, quick updates. About 5:30 in the evening Thursday. The winds are somewhere around 18 miles per hour, pretty steady here in Pensacola right now. Storm's well to the east of us. I think still forecasting it to come ashore about midnight tonight. Well, we're now back on the farm. It is Saturday evening. We got back here yesterday afternoon. Never lost power up here. The hurricane tracked more east of Atlanta than predicted. At one point it was going to be a direct hit for Atlanta. So it tracked probably 40 miles, 50 miles east of Atlanta. So that give this side about an 80 mile to 100 mile buffer from the strongest winds. Anyway, they had a lot of rain here. The one thing that was absolutely crazy about the weather in Pensacola is they kept telling us, okay, you're going to have rain starting Wednesday afternoon, heavy rain, hurricane expected to come in on Thursday east of Pensacola. We got no rain, not a drop. I think the front that come through Georgia on Wednesday kind of built a wall, and as soon as the hurricane come inland, I mean, it was like 3 or 4 states west. So it was out in Mississippi, Arkansas, and out in that area. But that frontal boundary or whatever it was crazy. Because typically when hurricanes come in, they, we at least east of us and down there, we typically will at least get rain. But got none there. It's been overcast here all day, but all's well. Melody and I made a ride on the four-wheeler down to the bottoms yesterday. The creek was up probably about a foot. It was probably up more earlier that morning or Thursday. But anyway, other than some dead trees that were already dead back in the pasture that fell over, that was it. So very, very pleased, very, very blessed that we dodged a bullet at both locations. But the dogs are out here playing all around me, so they're about to knock me down at times. But anyway, I just wanted to give the final update. We made it back up to the farm, and all is well. Remember, if you like our content, subscribe, share it with your friends. I know this episode is totally not what we typically share. That's how interesting our life is. We have to just deal with it as it comes and deal with what we're faced with. So anyway, that's how our last 4 or 5 days went. All is good. We'll see you on the next one.